Hello everybody, this is Scott Bradley from NFL In My Opinion. Check out my blog, nflmyopinion.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter at NFL In My Opinion, or you can follow or like me on Facebook, facebook.com/NFL In My Opinion. It is week 13, time to do picks. Last week I had my brother on with me. He one-upped me, he got me by one game last week. I picked every Thanksgiving game wrong, so that was my downfall. I only got 2 wrong on Sunday, I believe, so it wasn't too bad then, but Thanksgiving was not good for me. I'm a little late this week, so I'm kind of doing my picks on the fly. First game is Philadelphia at Seattle, and that's tonight. A big Thursday night game. Vic's out again, and so is Jeremy Maclin. I got Seattle winning this one. I think they'll be able to take it. It's home game. Big 12th man in Seattle. Seattle wins this game, I think. Vince Young, another under par game like he had last week. I think Seattle's got this one. Then we got Carolina at Tampa Bay. A little bit of rumor about Raheem Morris possibly being on the hot seat. I don't know about that. I think they won't fire him after this year. I think they win this game anyways. So that'll help out his cause. Panthers aren't good enough. Cam Newton is talking about rookie of the year. Andy Dalton is far above Cam Newton right now. I believe he's got 16 touchdowns, 12 picks, where Cam Newton's got 12 touchdowns, 14 picks. He's got more yards, but his interception touchdown ratio is worse. Cam Newton's definitely getting worse as the season goes on. Not that he won't be a good quarterback, but I think it's finally showing that he's not everything that everyone thought he was going to be. And we got Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Cincinnati lost the first one. They're going to lose the second one. Pittsburgh's a good team. I mean, I think it could be a close game. I really think that Cincinnati could pull this out, but I think Pittsburgh's going to win because they're just too good. Their defense is really good. They played rough against the Chiefs, but their defense did show that they're very dominant. The offense just needs to pick it up a little bit against Cincinnati, and I think it'll do enough to beat Cincinnati again. It's a home game. If it was at Cincinnati, I think I'd probably pick Cincinnati this week, but the home team wins this one. Pittsburgh's got this one. Atlanta at Houston is the next game, and Atlanta's winning this game. T.J. Yates, I like the guy. I think he played well when he came in, but Atlanta is not missing players like they are. Michael Turner's kind of a question mark right now. I think he'll probably play. I don't know for sure, but the Texans, I don't think will be able to do it without Matt Leinart or Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub's definitely out. Matt Leinart's definitely out. T.J. Yates is the guy this week. I don't think they can do it. Then we got the Jets at the Redskins, and I think the Jets will probably win this game. It'll definitely help out their cause. They have a pretty easy road ahead. They're only a couple games in there they could possibly lose. I mean, they could lose this week. Redskins played tough both last 2 weeks, and they won last week. But I think the Jets. Sanchez played really well. I don't believe in Sanchez still. I don't think I ever will. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I've said that since the day he entered the league, basically. And even though he's gotten to 2 AFC Championship games, I don't think he's a good enough quarterback to do what they need to get real far this year. And but I do pick the Jets. Their defense is real good, and it's good this year. And I think Sanchez will be able to do enough. And I think the Jets win that game. Then we got the Colts at the Patriots. And if Peyton Manning was here, this might be an intriguing game, but it's definitely not an intriguing game. Patriots win this game. If the Colts win, that'd be the most astonishing thing possibly ever, besides if they beat Green Bay, which they don't play this year. So the Patriots win this game, hands down. Not a big issue there. And we got Oakland at Miami, and this one's really tough for me. I'm going to go with Miami. Gut feeling initially was Oakland, but I think Miami's playing really hard, and I think they got a lot to play for. I might be regretting this pick later, but I'm going to pick Miami this week. It's at Miami. I think that gives them an edge. It wouldn't have before, but I think they're finally getting their home thing going on. They're basically eliminated from the playoffs. Besides an active God right now, there's no way that they can make the playoffs. So, but I think they're going to play for their jobs and possibly their coach's job. So I think Miami wins this game. Then we got Denver at Minnesota, and Denver wins this one. Tim Tebow does it again, and no reason why he wouldn't, because they're playing the Vikings. And McNabb sounds like he's getting cut, or did get cut. Not that matters. He doesn't start. He doesn't play. That's not a big deal. But Adrian Peterson's a question mark, and I bet he won't play just because it's not important anymore. And he'll play next week probably if he's healthy. He's been running, but he hasn't been fully practicing or anything. But I picked the Broncos this week. I think Tebow goes 6-1. And then we got Tennessee at Buffalo, and I think the Bills will lose again. Tennessee wins. Chris Johnson runs well again. I think I read an article about I read that the Titans are definitely going to need to pick up the run game to keep their things going, and I think they will this week again. Buffalo is not good enough. Their run defense will allow Chris Johnson to run pretty well. And Buffalo is going to continue to fall apart. I picked Tennessee in this one. Then we got Kansas City at Chicago. This one's real tough, but I'm going with Caleb Haney. He had a rough last week, but he's getting his groove again probably. Palco's not a good quarterback. I'm not saying Haney's a real good quarterback, but it's at Chicago, so I think the Bears will win. They have a good defense, just like Pittsburgh did. I think the Bears win this game. Then we got Baltimore at Cleveland. Baltimore wins this game. Baltimore's one of the best teams in the NFL. They were my preseason Super Bowl loser to the Eagles. Well, that's not going to happen, obviously. But I got Baltimore winning this game. They're playing Cleveland. Cleveland's not playing very well, especially as of late. So I think Baltimore wins this game away. Then we got Dallas at Arizona. I'm picking the Cowboys. I liked what I saw out of Romo at the end of the game last week. Some people are haters, some people are lovers, but I'm going with Romo and the Cowboys. Dez Bryant is magnificent. They got a lot. He's got a lot to work with. Jason Witten is outstanding too. Arizona is not. They got Patrick Peterson, and what else do they got? Cobb? No. Beanie Wells? Yeah, Beanie Wells is good, but I don't think it's enough. I think the Cowboys win again. And then there's going to be even more believers in Dallas, but it's another team that they should win. So if they don't win this game, it's just a huge letdown. So I think the Cowboys win this game. Then we got the Packers and the Giants. Picking the Giants. I really think the Packers are going to lose here. It might be a dumb pick, but I'm not the only one. There's a couple guys on CBS Sports for sure that picked the Giants, and maybe possibly on ESPN. I'm not sure, but I think that the Giants will win this game. They need it more than anything right now. This is their playoffs. This is basically the end of the road if they don't win this game. And I'm picking the Giants up against Eli Manning. It's at Giants. If it was at Green Bay, I probably wouldn't even be that hard. I'd probably just pick Green Bay. I don't know. Maybe I'd pick the Giants still, but it's in the Meadowlands. Giants win this game. Then we got St. Louis at San Francisco. San Francisco wins this game. They're coming off Baltimore. They're angry. St. Louis is bad. Bradford isn't playing really well. Spagnuolo's on the hot seat, and a win here, I don't think that changes anything unless it was an outstanding win, and that doesn't matter because they're not going to win. San Francisco's winning this game. Then we got the Lions at the Saints. This one's hard. This one's really hard. I'm picking the Lions. I'm a believer in Stafford. I think he's real good. I think he got the glove off. He's going to come out play a magnificent game at the Superdome. This could be a real high scoring game. I think it could be a great game. Neither defense probably has enough to stop one or the other, but I think the Lions defense has more capability of stopping the Saints than the Saints do the Lions. So I'm picking the Lions this week against the Saints. And we got San Diego at Jacksonville. I think San Diego finally gets a win. That's about it. I'm sure they're gonna fight for their division. They're not gonna get it because the Raiders are too high up there. If the Raiders lose, which I have them losing, they'll be 7-5, and the Chargers will be 5-7 if they win. They'd be a couple games back. Still very unlikely that the Raiders will lose enough games, but then they play Green Bay next week, so then they'd be 7-6, and if the Chargers win, they'd be 6-7. So then it could be a real intriguing end of the season. But I'm picking the Chargers this week. So that's that. That's my Week 13 rundown there. Kind of off the whim there. I hope I do well, better than I did last week. 2 weeks ago I only got 2 wrong, so that's nice. We'll see how I do this week. Again, check me out, NFLMyOpinion.blogspot.com. This will be on YouTube, obviously. My YouTube account is NFL In My Opinion. You can also, please feel free to leave comments on YouTube. I encourage them, and I like to hear what you guys have to say. Again, at NFL In My Opinion on Twitter, Facebook.com/NFL In My Opinion. Like me there. Thanks a lot, and you guys have a good one.